Warning. This podcast may contain explicit language and maybe some other sexual things.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to G.A.S.E Radio, your home for gaming, anime, superhero news, and entertainment. Waft in and listen. Here are your hosts, Randy and Luigi. Excuse me.
And welcome to a brand new episode of G.A.S.E Radio. I'm Randy Lee Beasley.
And Luigi Bonanno.
Special guest correspondent,
Michael J. Fox.
That's right, we're in his house, and let's kick this off with the gaming section. And a happy Thanksgiving to all you little fuckers out there as well. Eat the turkey, bitch.
Pass me a controller and grab that beer. It's game time.
And welcome to the gaming section. Shut up, Luigi. Special shout out to our sponsors, Formula 350 Collectibles. Darth Vader over here has asthma. We have some new equipment coming on the way. Thanks to them. Great sponsors. We appreciate it. Let's get into it. Pokemon Go has confirmed the second gen egg list has been revealed for all the second gen Pokemon. So save your Eevee candies. Save all your candies. We're not exactly sure how it's going to work yet, but it's happening, it's coming, and it's proven fact. And I also have a quick theory on how to get Umbreon and Espeon. Just like in the games, how you have to have high friendship, you evolve one at night and one at day, just evolving. I'm pretty sure it's the simplest method would be to have Eevee as your buddy. You have to at least walk a certain amount of kilometers with that Eevee, and then you either evolve it, you either use your 25 candies to evolve it during the day while it's equipped as your buddy with a certain amount of walking distance for your Umbreon, and then you do the same thing at night for your Espeon. Does that make sense? That would
make the most sense.
It's your buddy, you walk enough from it, it gets candy, so your friendship is high, and then night and day.
And more importantly, it ensures that you're going to get it. So instead of having to roll the dice, and now it's instead of 1 out of 3, it's 1 out of 5 now, for example. You know what I mean? That would be easiest way to go.
Right.
And like I said, that just makes the most sense, because if your Eevee is not equipped as your buddy, that's how you get the classics. Simple. Mm-hmm. Simple. Elegant, yeah? Rustic, yeah? G.A.S.E Radio. Pokemon Sun and Moon is amazingly delicious. I haven't even left the first island yet. I just caught Luigi some of the fucking Aloha Pokemon, some of the classic Pokemon. It's so fucking fun already. It's so different. It's classic.
Did you catch all those on Route 1?
Yeah, at the same time.
Yes.
All of those were just on Route 1?
Yep, so far. I caught it took me forever to catch Pichu, because the later you do it in the day, the lower the rate is to catch a Pichu or a Pikachu on Route 1. But you can do it, and I got, it took me fucking 3 minutes to get Luigi's Pichu, but it took me 2 hours of just fucking walking around in the fucking patch of grass and fucking just saying, you got away safely before I got a Pichu. But then you go to Haitai City, there's a patch of grass across from the fucking Pokemon Center. That's the patch of grass with the highest catch rate for Pikachu. So that's what I'm doing tonight after we record this podcast. Suck a giant fat kook. Anywho, what do you think of the game so far?
I actually really like it. I like the animation to it because it's like what we've seen, but not really like what we've seen. So I mean, it's starting to develop more.
Confirmed. Also, Charmander's in the game because I saw someone playing there riding their Charizard around.
Yes.
Yeah. So I can't wait to catch my Charmander.
Either that, or they just booted it from the.
No, I think it's. Oh yeah, right. Also, make sure you play and beat the demo. So you get your Green Ninja, you go to the Pokemon Center, and you have your actual copy of the game either installed or inserted into your 2 or 3DS. You must then, in the demo, send to the actual game to get your Green Ninja. Also, when you first start out your Pokemon game, you have till January 8th, I believe. Make sure you get your mystery box, connect to the internet, because you get your Munchlax and his special Z move. You can't use it. You have to make sure he holds the Z move. You can't use it yet till he evolves a Snorlax, but that's the only way to have Snorlax's super powerful Z move. And then that's about it. You know what?
I just thought of the deck we're gonna build you. Go on, Michael J. first.
Oh, I was gonna ask a question. If you guys know if you can get the Pokemon exclusives that they're now giving out for free for all the previous versions, for this being the 50th year of Pokemon.
Wait, what?
25th.
It's not 50. We're not that fucking old, you asshole.
Cool, whatever. 50, 25, some big number. So, if do you guys know anything if that's possible?
Well, you go to GameStop right now, the most recent one. No, it does not work for Sun and Moon. Okay. But future game codes will be able to work for Sun and Moon.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Just checking to make sure.
Right. Anyways, if it doesn't, like, I mean, I don't have X anymore, and I don't have Alpha, whatever, Ruby
I have
anymore.
X.
So it's like I can't get the Pokemon anyway. So I beat those, traded them in.
But I know what deck we're making. We're making you a Fire and Ice deck. That's what we're doing
for Pokemon.
For Pokemon, because I know that's the kind of deck that you're gonna want.
That's how I used to play. I can show you all my Pokemon badges. I found them all.
Did you find them all?
He seems like
Good.
a Fire and Ice type of guy.
Did I tell you, I found all my Pokemon badges. I found the one a long time ago, and I found the other 4 from when I was in the league when I was playing.
That's dope, dude.
So, I used to play. I used to be a hardcore Pokemon player. Like, I was like 10 years old at Gotham City Comics. Rest in peace, Gotham City Comics. Let's see here. What else do we got here? This is kind of gaming, but the iPhone 7 Plus rocks. I'm using it right now to read the notes. Love it. The next Tomb Raider game is not... wait, yeah, we're in gaming. Wow.
Yeah, we are.
The next Tomb Raider game will be called Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Ooh. The most recent Resident Evil 7 trailer.
Shadow her Tomb Raider.
Finally. Doesn't even make sense, but it's funny somehow.
No. It just...
This guy's choking over here. Resident Evil 7's newest trailer finally shows combat and that familiar herb healing system. But it is all in first person. And the Resident Evil 7's one main villain is Jack, that guy from the trailer who's like, welcome to the family, son. But guess what? He looks superhuman, like he looks normal, and you kill him, and like he keeps coming back. You know, he like in the trailer, he gets back up after you shoot him, so that's like a new type of the strain. And apparently, guns are in the game, but it's like aiming is horrible. It's like super realistic. It's like your character's never used a gun. So as you progress through the game, your aim gets better, but when you first start, it's like you're shaky and shit. That's pretty fucking cool.
That is.
It's realistic. You'd be terrified in that situation. Yeah,
Right.
you have a gun and you're going to use it, but your aim might be off a little bit, so that's pretty fucking cool.
Well, if you've never used one before, yeah.
And it's very similar to Resident Evil 4 when you had to stop and aim and shoot, and you couldn't shoot on runs. Like, you gotta, like... And, like, Resident Evil 1, it's
right.
Guns help, but it also gives you a little handicap. By the way, there's 7 teaser trailers out for Resident Evil 7 now.
What?
There's 7 different teaser trailers, all with different names. And the latest one is the one that showed the guy keep getting back up.
Oh, okay.
The Friday the 13th game got delayed, but... They only delayed it to make the single-player experience mode better. That's always a good reason to delay your game, to make something better. They thought it was good, and they're like, you know what, we can add a little bit more, and there's even rumors of a hidden character unlock you can play as Freddy Krueger. Now, that'd be fucking dope. It would pretty much just be Jason just swapped out with a Freddy Krueger, and you just have the knives. You wouldn't actually have any of the nightmare things, but that would still be a cool, fun, like, unlock.
That'd be a dope game. Nightmare on Elm Street?
Right.
That would be a dope game, like jumping into people's dreams and fucking with them.
I don't know if we'll go that far necessarily, but we'll see. But we'll see.
Red Dead Redemption 2's name is actually Red Dead Renegade, and it is a prequel taking place 25 years before Redemption. That is all I have for gaming news. You guys, anything get to throw in there? Oh, I just, like I previously mentioned, I beat Mafia 3. It was a birthday present. I got Battlefield 1. I just finished today on Monday, so now it's a strictly online playable game. Thanks to Luigi for a birthday present. I got Titanfall 2 now, so come play us, bitch. I dare you.
Oh, yes, it's gonna be a good one.
Stick it in your mouth. You have anyone else have any other things for gaming?
Well, I mean, I'll add a little bit more
Why the hell do you have a Flabébé? Where's your Mewtwo I gave you?
It's over here.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was on the floor.
No, he
I'll add in a little bit more to Titanfall 2 since I already played it. All right.
Well, that just happened.
Yeah, he just ate a Pokemon card and spat it out. Anyway, Titanfall 2 is actually really fun. I would say it's like Doom.
It's like he was eating it like a candy, to get stronger.
Doom, Call of Duty, and like mech warfare, I guess.
I thought it's like Overwatch meets Halo meets Doom.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
In your mouth.
It's a game that I really enjoy, especially the campaign mode is phenomenal. So yeah, that's definitely a must get right now because a lot of people aren't going to be playing that like soon enough. We're throwing up Pokemon cards here.
We're moving on to the anime section now.
Anime.
Animated.
Assholes?
Possibly. Darth Vader sucking on his pipe. We'll go to the anime section. Justice League.
Dragon Ball Z.
Just Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z. And then there's one who's like, come get me. I suck a dick. Justice League's Dark's animated trailer came out, and it's awesome. I really
which
wish
one?
Justice League Dark. I really wish they made it
Yes, I
into a
wanted
big
to
budget
see.
film instead of the animated film, but it looks awesome. And the actor who played Constantine on the show is actually voicing Constantine, so that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Constantine would have been a lot better, like if they would have kept it going. But we
Yeah.
can talk about that in the entertainment section.
Right.
Yep.
The newest South Park. It was South Park's getting too serious, but there
Yeah.
was a funny moment in the beginning where like there was a big Star Wars reference. Garrison was in
Speaking of Star Wars,
Star Wars. Darth Vader had to inhale. Garrison was in like the Darth Vader pod, and like hair comes down, and yes, that name was just bleeped farted out. But the president-elect's hair comes down onto Garrison's head and locks in like Darth Vader's helmet comes down on his head in fucking Empire. Like it was a fun Star Wars reference. But other than that,
And then he had to sit in the
oh jeez.
the tanning bed booth a little while longer.
Yeah,
so
he
gets
keeps.
that
And then he comes back to South Park, and he's like, "My dick is dry." Whose mouth wants to eat? Like he
like,
people to suck his
it's
dick.
so dry. The only thing that can
He's like, Carlos,
fix it
you
is some
refuse.
saliva."
You refuse to give me serve. Like he's at a
No.
supermarket.
You refuse to double bag my milk. You ready to double bag something else?
Yeah, so it was funny, but it's also still getting a little too serious.
Yeah.
Spirited Away is coming back to cinemas in December.
Yes.
That's
I
going to be
can't
pretty
wait.
fun if I get a free moment during that month, because second child can come at any time now.
Yeah, we
literally.
gotta talk about
wanna
a lot
do
of
that.
like we've got a lot of
Holy
plans
fuck.
December.
Holy fuck, the Cars 3, Disney Pixar's Cars 3 trailer is dark as fuck. It shows like racing, and then it shows like lightning like crash, and you see parts flying everywhere. It's dark.
wow.
And it's like, and then like the title screen says like everything's like everything you knew is changing. So it's either lightning is going to become like a mentor to a new racer, or that's just like a nightmare, and he fears that like I don't know what it was, but
Yeah,
watch the
it's
Cars
fucked
2
up,
trailer.
man.
It's a dark trailer for a Disney Pixar movie. For sure. And finally, it's not really animated, but it is kind of animated because it's based off an anime and there's animated characters. The Full Metal Alchemist trailer came out, the Japanese movie, and it looks fucking awesome.
Yes, it does.
Yes. Yes, it does. I can't wait. That's one of my favorite animes too. If they fuck it up, I'm gonna kill them.
If they fuck it up, I'm gonna. That's right.
Just come Pokemon cards
So how's
all up in your
Kermit?
hair.
Michael J. How's Kermit? How's Kermit doing?
Kermit's doing just fine. Maybe
We haven't seen him today, so
No.
he's literally not here today. So
Thank God. You know,
Alright.
this is my free time right now. This is what I get to do.
all right, let's see. I mean, what? Anyone else have anything for anime?
Not really. I want to see the Rurouni Kenshin live action though.
Ooh,
There's like 3 movies to it, and I heard that it's phenomenal.
Haven't seen it, but definitely on the list of things to probably watch at some point.
It's all subbed because it was made in Japan.
Well, that's understandable, though. I would rather have it subbed than not exist.
Yeah, that's definitely a must see though. But go on.
That's it. Let's go to the
Yeah.
superhero section. You dirty fox.
Yes, you're listening to the superhero section. I killed Miss Piggy and ate her bacon for breakfast.
Welcome to the superhero section. Fuck you. You can't go see. Did you enjoy the farts you just heard? Because that was a giant, long list of farts. And delicious farts, as they were. Superhero section, what do we got here? Michael Shannon, the actor who played Zod in fucking Man of Steel, fell asleep during Batman vs. Superman. That's pretty fucking funny.
That is pretty fucking funny.
The deal that Fox made a deal for Deadpool 2 and Guardians 2. Guardians can now use a Fox-owned character, and Deadpool 2 can change Megasonic Teenage Warhead's powers.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty dope.
See, we're getting closer and closer to all the studios working together, because once Logan's over, they're going to reboot X-Men, and you know Sony's going to be like, hey, Marvel, Can we like can we like get?
It's happening
mutants?
all over the board. It's
Yeah.
not just with cinemas now. It's even systems are with Battlefield 1. You're playing against Xbox and PS4 people. I mean, come on.
Two different things.
That's
but
who keeps killing me is those fucking
similar.
Xbox people.
Oh yeah, because they're just out to get you
Yeah,
guys. They have a little icon that says PS4 player, and they just all king up.
Yeah.
Marvel's Inhuman series is to premiere on ABC or Freeform in the fall of 2017. We talked about the Inhuman series a long time ago on G.A.S.E. It was supposed to be a movie, then they canceled that, but then we had the news that they're going to at least make a show out of it. Well, guess what? The show is premiering in 2017. And that's all I have for superhero section.
Really?
Pretty short section.
I mean, then we can talk about Constantine. We got time for that in the superhero section.
Yeah, go ahead and talk about it.
I mean,
Keanu Reeves' movie's good, but like it's not Constantine because Constantine is British and he has blonde hair.
Right.
But it was a good movie.
Right, but I mean, I like the. I haven't even taken a look at the show, but the show should have just kept going.
The show was great.
They just
and then his
had
cameo on Arrow was awesome.
That was really good.
Didn't he just have a terrible time slot? That's why they pretty much scrapped it.
That's what happens.
That's usually what ends up happening is once you start doing a show, either one of two things happen. Either you make it big and that's all you're known for, even if you want to get out of it, or you just have another commitment because you did so well in the show that everyone's like, hey, we want you now.
Right.
And now, guess what? You just lost your main guy or woman.
Right.
Or butt fucking partner.
Right. The only way that I can see Constantine coming back though is in.
There's rumors of him reprising his role in Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
That's the only way that I can see that working out.
They're basically probably going to have cameos every now and again just because,
people love the character so much.
Exactly.
Right.
And everyone watches the episodes with them in it. So we'll see where we go with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
All right, let's go on to that final section.
That entertainment section.
Mach 2, Warp 7.
Entertainment engage.
All right, we're starting off the entertainment section in a serious mode. We're not playing like fictional versions of ourselves anymore right now. Big fan of Power Rangers, big fan of G.A.S.E. David Frank, regardless of what people say or anything. Rest in peace to Janice Frank, the mother of G.A.S.E. David Frank. She passed away through battle of cancer. And as you saw on her Instagram, his Instagram, like literally like the day before she passed away, she was running a marathon to like for the cure of cancer, and then sadly the next day she passed away. So her thoughts and prayers go out to you, Jason, David Frank. If you ever hear this, you're getting choked up over here. So anyway, back to us being jagoffs and assholes. Why the Last Man Standing show is coming to FX and it looks hilarious.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, Last Man Standing.
Enough said.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good show. I liked it.
Ghost in the Shell Scene League of Nude Scarlett Johansson is awesome, by the way.
That's all we're going to see it for.
Scarlett Johansson in the nude.
Why him? The movie starring Bryan Cranston and James Franco, where James Franco is like trying to marry Bryan Cranston's daughter.
Yes, that's
the newest rated R restricted trailer just came out, and it's so fucking funny. It's
He's
so
good
fucking
in, like,
funny.
fucking everything, dude. Oh god,
It's great.
it's beautiful.
The newest episode of Supernatural fucking rock, but now there's like, I watched it and at the end, it's like preview for next fucking episode, and at the end they're like, Supernatural returns December 10th, and I'm like, oh great, another hiatus. Thanks guys. But the episode was so good. It starts off like 4 years after Dean was born, and like Mary Winchester is supposed to be retired. Like this kid's being chased by a werewolf, and she kills it because it was like an unfinished fucking piece of business she had. She was hunting this werewolf for a long time, and then because Mary Winchester saved that kid, and like realized the kid didn't really have a good family or whatever. That's when she officially retired. She leaves, but then that kid becomes like one of the best hunters. And actually, you go back to earlier seasons, you hear this hunter's name mentioned. So it's cool. Like all these years later, season fucking 12, like all these years later, they're like just a character that was brought up a couple times in season 2
Is
like,
now going to be a huge thing.
No, he's dead. He dies.
Okay.
it was cool to have that. And then Sam, it turns out that he was like in a relationship with Jody Mills, Sheriff Jody Mills, a recurring character who, after Mary died, became like the mother figure, just like after the dad died, Bobby became the father figure, and now Bobby's dead. But now their mom's back, but her mom needs this. She's a Winchester. She needs her space. So they end up going to the funeral with Jody Mills as support. Excuse me. It was a really cool. It was a really cool moment where like they're telling stories about the hunter who died, but then like when Dean Winchester introduces himself, people are like, "Holy fuck! I heard you died like 4 times and you came back." And he's like, "Yep." They can't keep me down. Like they find out like they're legends, and it's like, yes, you should be legends. And like one guy's like, "Sam, were you really possessed by Lucifer and you lived?" And like. It was that was just such a great scene, and then ends up, Mary finds out the kid died, and then Dean and Mary are kind of like at it right now because he's like, "You'll barely send your sons a text once a week, but this fucking kid you saved once, like 40 years ago. You fucking came here right away." But everything resolved itself in the end, and then I like what they're doing with Mary Winchester. I like it a lot. I've always been a fan of Supernatural. That's legitimately my favorite TV show. So again, I'm pissed that it's taking another fucking hiatus. Yeah. But you understand it's Thanksgiving. There's people aren't going to be watching during Thanksgiving. They usually watch Thursday Night Football and eat turkey and all this other shit. So it's like, yeah, I understand why they're going to skip a couple weeks. So whatever, but still, fuck you.
But they would do that regardless, whether there was a holiday going on or not. Let's be honest here.
The final American Horror Story episode was nuts.
Oh, yeah, it was.
It kept switching formats again. I like that, though. It's like different reality TV segments. Like the one girl survived, African American lady. She survives. I would keep forgetting her name. And then,
I want to say Leona, but I don't think that's right.
It's not Leona.
I didn't think so.
Lana Winters, who... is Sarah Paulson's character from season 2, made her return. She comes out of retirement. They even mention her killing her son from so long ago in season 2, which there's a little off thing because her age makeup was a lot, like she looked a lot older in season 2, and her age makeup wasn't really done that well in this one, so she kind of looks younger, even though this... continuity wise, it tells you straight up like this is after she killed her son, so she looks a little bit younger. So who the fuck knows? But it was still cool seeing her, even though the character, her main character from this actual season was already dead. They brought her back, just like in Hotel. She played fucking Sally, the fucking druggie, who becomes a Twitter junkie, which is better than killing people anyway. They had her fucking psychic character come back and everything. So yeah, that happens. One of the final remaining member of the Polk family comes in, knocks out Lana Winters, tries to shoot up the place. Cops kill him, and that's pretty much it. And then the ending, spoilers, the daughter goes missing again, and the main black lady, not the fake one who played her as an actress, she it's like it's 2 weeks after trial. She keeps getting acquitted because like she did murder her husband, and she like made it look like the fucking monsters did it and everything. And so they're kind of like, oh hey, the only proof we have of your mom killing, like, because I guess the girl saw her mom kill the dad, but then like the girl started talking about the ghost she talks to, so they like, threw that testimony out the window. She keeps getting escaping, and then it's like 2 weeks later. Then they have a little parody of Ghost Adventures where like a Ghost Adventures team comes to the house at the very end, and then the mom comes looking for her daughter because she knows that's where she's at and looking for the ghost, and then it's like a super big parody of like Ghost Adventures, but at the same time it's scary. They all die. And then, the ghost wants her daughter to stay with her, but instead the mom makes a sacrifice to let the daughter have a normal life, as normal as it can be, to go live with her grandparents. She sacrifices herself. She lets the ghost girl shoot her, and then they stay with the house. But then, hey, it's just like season 1 Murder House. They died on the land. As long as it's not the blood moon and it's daytime, you can go visit your mom still because her spirit is on that ground.
Exactly.
And then she's still with her brother and her friends and her family because they all died on that ground anyway, so they're all together anyway. So technically it kind of is a happy ending, even though it's fucked up. And the ending did show, like, as it panned away and it was fading to black, the torches were coming because it was still the blood moon. So those cops might be getting butchered, but whatever.
Oh yeah, they're all for sure dead. The one thing that really was got me was the fact that the little girl just at the end is just like doesn't even care. Like, your mom just sacrificed herself. She like, the house is on fire and she just walks out of there like nothing happened. Like, oh, okay, well, she dead.
We got 2 trailers for 2 new Netflix series. One is a continuation of Gilmore Girls. It's called Gilmore Girls a Day. No, it's called Gilmore Girls A Day in the Life or something fucking
Even worse.
stupid. Yeah. And this is the whole reason why she's not in Bad Santa 2, because she was like Lauren Graham, whatever the fuck her Graham is. She was the main love interest in Bad Santa 1, and she couldn't reprise her role in Bad Santa 2 because, you know, fuck me, right? She had to go do the stupid Gilmore Girls thing. But in the trailer, the cool part is Sam Winchester's back. I mean, he's not actually Sam Winchester, but Jared Padalecki returns as his character from that show before he became Sam Winchester. So that's a cool thing. But he totally looks like Sam because he has to stay. He couldn't fucking shave his hair or anything. He has to still. I mean, he's filming Supernatural. They're filming it like on similar locations. There's actually an episode in season 2 of Supernatural where they're in Hollywood, and it's one of my favorite episodes, and they're like, this is where they filmed Gilmore Girls, and they like laugh and joke. That's because they actually filmed it on the set, because where Gilmore Girls was filmed is actually 2 sets down for where most Supernatural sets are at. So that's how easy it was for Jared Padalecki. Oh, I'm done for the day here. I can just walk over to the Gilmore Girls set, get paid, and act in a couple episodes there and get extra money.
Woo.
So, good for you, Jared Padalecki. That's the one good thing about that. The second trailer that came out, Series of Unfortunate Events. Lemony Snicket's. Now, I will say Neil Patrick Harris looks just like Jim Carrey's version.
But creepier.
But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know. Like, he just sounds like Neil Patrick Harris to me. Yes. Like, he looks like Jim Carrey, same makeup, same clothing, sounds like Neil Patrick Harris. He didn't give his accent he didn't do like a little accent or anything. He's just like, he doesn't seem as diabolical, but it is funny because he is dressed as a woman at the end. I mean, so it's still going to be good. The first season is covering the first 4 books. That is confirmed, so that's going to be fun.
That's great.
But yeah. What else do we got? Final thing. I got a couple things. WWE SummerSlam for you WWE fans. The big hyped Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar match for everything. It only lasted a minute and like 20 seconds. You'd think Brock Lesnar, this powerhouse wrestler who defeated the Undertaker streak, was going to win. Nope. Brock Lesnar picked up Goldberg, threw him in the corner, hit him once. Then Goldberg fucking pushes Brock so hard that Brock flies back. Then Goldberg hits him with the spear. And it actually hurts Brock. He hits him with another spear, does the jackhammer, and wins the match in a minute and fucking 20 seconds. No one else can do that to Brock Lesnar. So I really hope they didn't end the match quickly because someone really did get hurt. I really hope they just made it look like Bill Goldberg was angry. Because my theory is there's rumors Goldberg's coming back to wrestle again at Royal Rumble. That could be their second match, and then Brock Lesnar would win, and which means WrestleMania would be their third and final match, aka a rubber match to determine the winner. And then that would be 2017, and then 2018, Goldberg would go to the Hall of Fame. I think that's the deal that's been struck. 3 final matches, and then Hall of Fame, and then Goldberg's done. And that's what I think, but we're not really into the wrestling on this one. Warwick Davis, Rogue One role is the best role he's had since Wicket the Ewok. Because he actually gets to fucking fire a blaster in this one.
That's beautiful.
He gets to do something?
He gets to do something besides have a spear and go, no. I mean, he did star, he starred in George Lucas's Willow, and he has a cool show where he did with Ricky Gervais that was funny, but other than that, he was shit on. Like, episode 1, even episode 7, it's a tiny little cameo. There's a little cantina cameo in episode 7. At least in this one, I first saw the image. It looked like it was just him with the blaster, and I'm like, oh, they're actually going to show his fucking normal face? Awesome. Then you zoom in on the picture, and you see the blue and black dots on his face, and then the actual image came out, so they CG a fucking alien face over him. So, but hey, at least he gets to fire a blaster, you know?
He actually helps the story along.
Right.
And then my final piece is, I didn't mention it a lot. I loved Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 1 a lot. They referenced the first 2 Evil Dead movies a lot. Universal were being assholes at the time, so they couldn't mention the third movie, Army of Darkness. They still haven't mentioned, really, yet the third movie, Army of Darkness, even though that they said that it was confirmed by Universal they could mention it because it's how successful it's being in Season 2. But Season 2 so far has even been greater than Season 1, and spoilers, this last episode... This is what happened. The creator said Universal was allowing us to do fucking... to talk about the third Evil Dead film, Army of Darkness, in Season 2, and then a couple weeks later, Bruce Campbell's like, no, that's bullshit. But then I just read the synopsis for the next episode this Sunday, and it has something to do with Ash traveling back in time to prevent him from ever finding the Necronomicon. So I think that they didn't want to spoil that big twist in the episode, so I think that's when they're going to mention, like, he'll at least be like, I've traveled back in time before, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I'll mention, just as a nod to the fans, because some of the fans, including myself, were a little pissed they couldn't fucking mention Army of Darkness in the first one, but as a filmmaker, I understand, movie rights-wise, why they couldn't mention it, yada yada, but I think that's why they were just saving it. But the big spoiler for Ashy Slashy, the fucking latest episode, Pablo dies. One of the main characters from Season 1 and Season 2, he dies. Sacrificing himself, he sends Ball back to hell, but Ball cuts his stomach, so I assumed he was going to get hurt. No, like, Ball goes back, everyone thanks him, they start talking to him, and then Pablo's smile slowly turns into a frown, and he literally splits in half.
Ooh.
And that's how the episode ends. Preview for the next week episode, just showed him fucking his body in bags being thrown in the trunk. So rest in peace, Pablo. Anyone else got anything for entertainment?
No, not really. I mean, Lethal Weapon's still doing pretty good.
Lethal Weapon's still great.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Have you seen it yet, Michael?
No,
J?
I've not. I've been more focused on all the superhero shows like Arrow, Flash, Legends.
The first 3 episodes.
I almost have a fully completed fucking Pokemon X and Y generation set.
Ooh.
The first 3 episodes just popped off Hulu.
Oh, okay. So maybe when I get time.
Yeah.
There's so many things to watch and so little time to watch
Right.
it in.
Well, you've got all day. You sit there with the computer and...
I don't have all day. I work so hard.
Everyone's a hard worker tonight. Well, that's the end of the entertainment section, but I would just like to throw out the gauntlet for you all. You want to play some Battlefield 1 with myself, Luigi, and our Hispanic buddy Luis, who you've probably seen in a couple of PepperScar Productions Rowan Films movies. If you want to play some Battlefield, capital P Pepper, capital S Scar, capital P Pro. That's my gamer tag. Me, Luigi, and Luis will be playing that Battlefield 1. Come fight us. If you want to play us in Titanfall 2, just gave you my gamer tag as well. Luigi, give him your gamer tag.
Naruto with a capital N 716.
Right? You mean we'll be playing anything from Titanfall 2 to Doom to Battlefield 1, and then we eventually will finish live streaming and beating Resident Evil for you, but that'll come at a later time. I want to thank big shout out to our intro outro voice guy Darren Marlar, www.darrenmarlar.com or marlarhouse.com. You do a great job, and a special thank you once again to our sponsors, Formula 350 Collectibles, because we have new gear coming on the way. We're going to sound a lot better, a lot easier, and then I have a surprise for both of you. Ooh. And it's pretty cool. I'm not going to spoil it because you just got to wait. But this has been Randy Lee Beasley.
And Luigi Bonanno.
And Michael J. Fox.
Our special guest correspondent. We wish you all a happy holiday. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Take it away, Darren.
You've been listening to G.A.S.E Radio.